Sure some of the commissioners are already well aware of who I am, as my problems I came to discuss started 5 years ago in the Ag Reserve. In 2020, the ditch draining Happy Hollow Road from my driveway to the E1 canal was dug to 6 feet deep with an excavator from a neighbor who sent one of many of his excavators in with an operator and a man guiding him how to dig from Mova Hill Nursery. The water was rerouted to the east instead of the west from the Mova Hill property. I believe a short time later is when the property sold for millions, and I hope none of you personally profited from the land sale, because I was being falsely imprisoned in the county's moldy jail on Gun Club Road for nearly 6 months due to many constitutional rights violations by the local sheriff's office. You approved the property to be sold for an industrial building to be developed, and I sincerely hope none of you approved the rerouting of the water into my driveway in 2020 and the end of the year. In the last week, I heard a rumor there may be a substation going in on Happy Hollow where the phone tower is at for the local sheriff's office. It would make sense with as much as law enforcement used to frequent that area. That is also where there is about 30 feet of solid mud in front of a culvert blocking my pond's historical outflow to the E1 canal. I was told by a well-known lawyer the man blocking it had been cited by the county and it would not be blocked again. Yet here we are, and once again it's blocked. Is this part of a project the county is working on that the community and I need to be aware of at this time? In the last week, the developers dug out about 100 feet of large metal culverts from the old Mova Hill property and asked the old owner if he wanted them because they didn't need them anymore. The outflow for Happy Hollow Road on Happy Hollow Road was completely cut off from the E1 canal permanently last Friday, right before all the heavy rain started. The street flooded within hours. Now there is a 5-foot ditch they opened to the E1 canal flowing like a river with the recent rains. I was wondering if you have heard about this and have any plans to fix it with all the industrial buildings you keep approving in the Ag Reserve and all the flood issues there. Maybe you should just move the Ag Reserve out to the Loxahatchee area where it has always belonged and where you have been offered large amounts of land in another farming area in the county. And finally, Sarah Baxter obviously isn't here, but I have something to say to her. I was going to tell her that she should be ashamed of herself and ask, why would you support a Democrat for sheriff while being an active
we don't
member?
take pot shots at our commissioners.
Okay, I want to know why Sarah Baxter supported a Democrat for sheriff while being an active member of the REC, using the Republican
Sir, your
Party
time is up. Thank you very much.